Good afternoon and welcome to our live coverage of the Mlec Energy Cooperative Annual Meeting. Welcome home, Annual Meeting 2024, the new facility, Highway 169 South Aiken, and joining us today to begin our live broadcast with KKIN and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and your live event. We have Marketing and Communications Administrator Cassie Peterson. Thank you for allowing us to be here and welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. Yeah. Happy to have you guys here on site and helping us celebrate our big grand opening today.
Yeah, the big grand opening. Let's talk about this facility. And I know I'll be visiting with Sarah later.
Yep.
But just bring us up to speed a little bit here as to what we're excited about and why we should be excited.
Sure. Well, it's been a long time coming. This whole process has taken over 2 years to get done. But back then, our board decided that it was time to invest in our future and look towards building a new facility. And so, we went from purchasing land, clearing land, finding the right contractor to work with us, and here we are standing in this building that has had so much thought and so much care put behind it, and just seeing it all come to fruition today has been really exciting and really fun, and we're excited to see all of our members here and enjoy our space with us.
As we were planning for today, I believe you had told me, and Sarah, I believe, had also mentioned to me that success through the construction phase because of contractors, weather helped some as well, but also employees of Mlec Energy Cooperative said, this is the future, let's make it happen.
Yeah, we had several employee meetings during this process, and everybody got to share their thoughts and what's important when we decided to make this plan for this building. So that was something that Sarah and the board thought was very important, that everybody got to express their needs for their jobs and for their space, and coming up with the right layout to accommodate for everybody's needs. So it's been a real team effort.
How will this building also assist with the customer service and taking care of Mlec Energy Cooperative members into the future?
Yeah, and so something interesting is that our new location, we are about 10 to 11 miles south of our previous location, and it actually makes us more centrally located for our service area. We are closest to the majority of our members being here, and also our substations that have the biggest load. And so we're going to see efficiencies when outages happen and things like that, just because we are where the majority is. And so it'll be interesting to see as this next year unfolds how we are, seeing change and savings.
Yeah. And efficiencies also just within this building.
Yes.
I mean, my goodness, you can have everything now in one location for what the linemen need and everything. Yeah, it's
exactly. No, every square foot was thought of, and being able to house our whole fleet under one roof, having the most efficient heating and cooling systems, all of those things, and it's a beautiful site on top of it, and we get to see the leaves, they're starting to change, and I love to come and be here at work, and it's just a beautiful place to be.
Yeah, welcome home, Annual Meeting 2024, Mlec Energy Cooperative. We're live today, and we're with Cassie Peterson, Marketing Communications Administrator. How about this annual meeting today? Where do you want to get out here this early afternoon?
Yeah, I think we just want to celebrate and share with our members everything that we've worked so hard for, and we're expecting a large crowd today. We have tons of door prizes available, I think 45 in total. We had a lot donated just because it is such a big event. We have our business meeting beginning at 5 o'clock. You guys can tune in here to watch that and get the most up-to-date information about the cooperative.
Very good. Cassie, thanks so much. We'll talk with you as the day goes on. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jim.
You're welcome. Cassie Peterson, Marketing and Communications Administrator, Mlec Energy Cooperative. Welcome home 2024. Annual meeting today begins at 5. Come out early and enjoy and take part in all the festivities and the celebration of the new Mlec Energy Cooperative building on Highway 169 South Aiken. Afternoon, welcome home, Mlec Energy Cooperative Annual Meeting and open house, grand opening here today, and we're glad to be part of it from KKIN Radio and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and on yourliveevent.com. Joining us is Stacy Clough, IT and Broadband Manager. Welcome, good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, this is an exciting day, isn't it?
It is, it's great to have everyone come see our new building.
Yeah, fabulous turnout here early today, and there will be more as the day progresses. progresses. Annual meeting begins at 5. We'll be live streaming that with yourliveevent.com. And Stacy, I'm going to ask you about this facility first before we talk IT and broadband, which obviously are services from Mlec Energy, Cooperative. How about this facility, this building? What's it like?
Oh, I think it's fabulous. Just the space we have for all the employees to spread out is great. We were all pretty cramped in that old building, built in 1960, I believe. So it wasn't made for today's technology, and this building is meeting all our needs for the next, how many, 60 years, hopefully.
Yeah, and I think of all of the lighting, natural light, and just in the offices and in the workspace. What a great environment and a fabulous culture.
Yes, it's great. I don't turn on my light most days in my office because of the natural light, and that is, we're saving energy then.
Absolutely, efficiencies.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, how about Stacy, IT and broadband as the manager in that title, but please explain to us what's all involved and what the customers need to know from Mlec Energy Cooperative about IT and broadband.
Well, the IT part is mostly based off our internal IT infrastructure. So I'm my customers for them are our employees. So I manage all that, oversee everything, work with our partners to make sure all of our phones, our internet in the office, all of our network is always working. As far as our fiber side, I oversee, I write all of our grants. Most of our projects for our fiber area are based off funding from state and federal, and to date we've received over $16 million in grants to help build our fiber network. And then I just oversee our day-to-day projects and where we're going to build next time. We try to get these grant funding, and if we do try to build without funding, what makes the most sense to reach more people.
How many years has it been now for Mlec Energy Cooperative to be in fiber or to have that available for customers?
So we received our first grant in 2016, and so we hooked up our first customer December 2017. So what is that, seven years now almost? Yeah.
Wow, and what a great service to have as the customer members increase from Mlec Energy Cooperative to be able to now provide fiber as well.
Yes, yeah. And just to say, with this year we put in over 100 miles of fiber, new fiber network. So just this year.
Wow,
yeah,
wow. So how many miles total now? I'm putting you on the spot.
We're, I believe, just under 500 right now, but I want to double that too in the next 5 years. Right. I hope.
Yeah, absolutely. Are there other items related to the broadband and the fiber that customers should be aware of or know that it's available, or just other details if you want to share real quickly?
Well, I just like to focus on, we're local. Our installer lives in here in the area. We're starting to enter into a competitive market, and just remember that we're the local customer. We try to make sure, if your service is out, we try to get there that same day. And we're always a voice on the phone too. We don't.
Yeah, well, you're living and working right here next to your neighbors and to your customers, and that's important as the cooperative, and it's serving its members.
Yes.
Absolutely. Very good. Stacy Clough, how about now today? This is great to see this crowd and to build up the excitement towards the annual meeting. It'd be very fun. It'd be great to hear the information, the stories coming from the entire day.
Yes. Very fun.
Welcome home, Mlec Energy Cooperative annual meeting coming up here at 5 o'clock, and you're welcome to come out and still receive some gifts, thank you gifts from Mlec Energy Cooperative as customer members, and register, and of course vote as well here for the next few minutes. And joining us is Jim Frizzell, Executive Vice President and Principal, McCoff Construction. Jim, nice to meet you today, and thanks for being here.
Thank you, welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as you're involved in this project, let's talk about this project and just some of the behind the scenes of what we can share, and just bring us forward, if you would, please.
Well, I can give you a little history, maybe a timeline. We were selected through an interview process in September of 2022, so 2 years ago. And it took a year of planning and working with the design team and with the co-op to get the drawings and the budget in the right place. And we started construction about a year ago, August of 23, and they moved in this August. So it took about a year of planning and a year of construction.
That year of construction is fast moving. I mean, with a building this size and everything involved?
It wasn't. We had the luxury of that year of planning, so we were able to order all the materials that we needed so they came in time for construction. And as most people know right now, there's a lot of lead time and a lot of materials, like this precast wall panels were 6 months lead time. Some of the electric equipment was a year. So people don't make anything anymore. It's all custom made, and you order it. Get it when you get it. So.
Well, what's all in a building like this?
Yeah.
Very generic question of mine, but yeah.
What's in it?
As far as how is it constructed and some of that?
This building started by clearing 17 acres of woods, and it's a 31-acre site, so there's still about half the site that's wooded. And then we came in and did excavation, put in the foundations. Next thing was these precast wall panels that created the perimeter walls and some of the interior walls. And the roofing was put on, and the roof became watertight. We put the doors, the windows in, and we tried to get watertight by December of last year to avoid all the winter here. And who knows, we had a nice mild winter, but that wasn't planned. And then we worked through the winter and spring doing all the interior finishes. And then as weather allowed in the spring, we did the parking lot, the site work. That's kind of it in a nutshell. It's a little more complicated than that, but that's the abridged version of it. So.
I've heard from people involved with Mlec Energy Cooperative, Jim, that very pleased with your company and how you were to work with. I'm going to flip the tables and ask you, how was it for you and your company and your employees to work with Mlec Energy Cooperative?
They were great. I always say the jobs that are the most successful are the ones where we have a lot of involvement from the owner. And we had a lot of involvement from Sarah, the CEO, on down. And they sat with us at every meeting and discussed all the details, told us what they wanted, what they didn't want. And in the end, they got a building that I think they're very pleased with, we're pleased with. And it's nice to end up a job where everybody's got their arm around each other and shaking hands and happy, instead of, you probably heard the horror stories where there are fights at the end of the project, and there's none of that here.
This project now, is you're here today to see this, to witness what is happening, a well-planned event, looks like been a great turnout. What's your thoughts on just today as you come in knowing this is a building that you and your company have built with all of the planning, working with Mlec Energy Cooperative, and now you see this today. What does that mean to you?
Well, we're very proud of this. The work we do is very objective. We can stand back. A year ago it was a wooded site, and then today we can see this physical structure in place. So it's very gratifying to see the work we've done, and we're very happy. It makes us feel good, and it really makes us feel good when we hear kind words from the owner.
Very good. Jim Frizzell, anything else to add before I let you go?
No, thanks for the opportunity to talk to you. And like I say, I know it's an exciting day. I'm shocked by all the people here. It's a great turnout. People are excited about the new building in the neighborhood. So.
Very good. Yeah, great. Jim Frizzell, Executive Vice President and Principal, McGough Construction. Thanks for being here again, and thank you as we're broadcasting from Mlec Energy Cooperative, their new location, new facility, Highway 169 South Aiken on KKIN, R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, and YourLiveEvent.com. Welcome home to Mlec Energy Cooperative. Good afternoon and welcome home. Mlec Energy Cooperative annual meeting day. The annual meeting begins at 5 this afternoon, and registration continues, voting continues. Come by and get some free gifts, register for door prizes, and enjoy some food and fellowship, social with your neighbors and friends and other members of Mlec Energy Cooperative during this grand opening event, open house, and annual meeting day. And joining us is Nikki Kramer, Assistant to the Administrative Services Supervisor. And Nikki, thanks for being here. This is a big day.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so what's your thoughts here as you look around and you see everybody coming to the theme of Welcome Home?
Yeah, it's been pretty impressive to see everything kind of come together, and it's been an amazing turnout so far, so I'm really impressed with the whole community.
Yeah, great. All right, so this facility, as we've heard and we know the story, has been in the making for a number of years, and now as an employee, when you're in here working, what is this facility like if you want to compare to where the offices were before? But just talk about this and maybe the environment, the culture, that sort of aspect.
Well, I'm fairly new to the co-op world, and when I came in, a lot of the planning had already been done, and I was super impressed with just how much thought went into every single aspect of the building and how much they've planned, how much work they put into making sure that every bit of the building was usable and functional for all of our needs. Other than that,
but with the efficiencies, with the abilities to work in the environment that you do, how does that help though for you and other employees of Mlec Energy Cooperative to also continue to help serve customer service and be there for your members?
well, I mean, the fact that we're able to kind of get the job done quicker is going to increase turnaround time for any needs that customers may have. It's going to keep the lights on.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fiber going, right?
Yeah, and the fiber going.
Yeah, great.
So.
Yeah. What's without going deep into the job description or into the weeds, what's your role? What does your position all entail? I'm curious.
So basically, I'm training under Deb, who's the administrative services supervisor. So she works heavily with management and the board, and I'm kind of learning all the ropes and kind of going.
Yeah, and we've got some pizza ready in the background,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's kind of good timing, but that's all right. Anything else you want to add about Mlec Energy Cooperative that members should hear or should know about, or just to remind them of, or this facility or this day? I'm just kind of open mic for you to kind of wrap things up.
Just that we show up every day to make sure that their needs are met, and we're always here with a open ear if they need us for something. So
Yeah, stop by or give a phone call.
come on,
right?
visit. We love visitors. So
Very good. All right.
good in.
Great. Well, Nikki Kramer, Administrative Services Assistant to the Administrative Services Supervisor, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Keep up the good work, and thanks for your help behind the scenes as well.
So thank you.
You're welcome. Nikki Kramer, we're live here from Mlec Energy Cooperative. It's their grand opening open house and annual meeting day today as we're broadcasting on KKIN and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and YourLiveEvent.com. Welcome home, Mlec Energy Cooperative, new building, new facility, and it's a great day. A beautiful day to be here, and a lot of people already here today to enjoy the free gifts and registration and voting and registration for door prizes. As mentioned, it continues until around 4:30, and then the annual meeting starts today at 5 o'clock. We welcome you as members of Mlec Energy Cooperative. And joining us is Administrative Services Supervisor Deb Schut.
Yes.
All right, very good. I should have asked you before I came on. My bad for not doing that, as we're live on KKIN and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and your live event. Well, Deb, tell me, what's your thoughts on this new facility now that you've been inside of here for about a month or so?
I think this is a great facility that's going to serve our members and our employees very, very well for the many years to come.
Yeah, great.
We built this to last, we hope, 80 years or beyond.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. And great to have all of the lighting and the bright light, I'm sure, in the offices.
It is. It's very, very nice. It's just a fantastic facility. We did the company we worked with did a great job and got us what we wanted and what we needed in the building.
Yeah. Tell us from the administrative services, just information that we can share with the listening audience and for the members of Mlec Energy Cooperative. What's some of the things that you work on and that you take care of and how you help?
Sure. What I do is I work directly under our CEO and our board of directors. So I'm coordinating the board of directors meetings. I'm coordinating any of their travel when they go to out of the area meetings to learn. They have to continue to learn and stay up on all of the regulations and everything. So I coordinate a lot of that for our board of directors. And like I said, I work directly with Sarah, our CEO, and with the board, just trying to keep them informed on what's going on and what they need to know so they can do their jobs better.
Yeah. I am assuming as I ask this question, and I'm not asking for an answer of deep into the weeds type thing, but when you're coordinating for the board members to attend meetings or the other regulations and the information so that they do stay on top of it and know, I'm assuming that has changed over the years, and maybe it's a little bit more than what it was some years ago. Is that accurate?
I would say yes, that's very accurate. I have been in this position, administrative services position, for 12 years. So I can't really answer how it was 20 and 30 years ago, but we all know that regulations that are coming down both by our state and our national government, those have changed over the years. And just the fact that we are producing more energy from wind and solar and other services instead of coal. So all of that has changed over the last number of years. And yes, maybe the board doesn't need to be so up to date on those regulations as employees need to be, but they still like to know. They want to know what's going on too.
Absolutely.
And that's, they need to be able to make the best decisions for our members. So,
and the board making a decision to purchase this land, to build this building, to have a vision towards the future. Hats off to the board for doing that, and led by Sarah and whatever. But wow, what a decision! And it comes, I'm sure, with challenges and a lot of thoughts.
It did. It wasn't something that they just discussed one meeting and voted on and it was done. They put a lot of thought into it. Sarah and some of the other staff looked for property for quite a few years before we actually found something that would work for us, be enough property that we can build something that will be available for us now, but we can also expand if we need to. It was a very well thought out process, and it did not come without lots of questions and second thoughts, but I believe, yes, it was the right decision that was made at the time.
Yeah, it's healthy to have all those questions.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely. Yeah, to get the best decision. Today, what a great day. Can you elaborate just on how it is to see all of the customer members here today and just people enjoying this new facility?
It is fantastic to have the lines and see people wait. I'm sorry they have to wait in line to get to registration and a meal. But this is fantastic that we have this many people attending our open house and our meeting. There's been years in the past when our meeting was very sparsely attended, and we were lucky if we made quorum, which is 50 voting members. But this is fantastic. This reminds me of the old days when we'd have open houses. And so, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, great. Deb Schutt, the Administrative Services Supervisor, thank you so much. And thanks for your help behind the scenes as well. You helped the board, you helped Sarah Crone, the CEO, you've helped us as the broadcasters as well. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you for being here, making our day so special.
Good, thank you. Welcome home, Mlec Energy Cooperative Annual Meeting 2024. Welcome home, Mlec Energy Cooperative Annual Meeting 2024 in their beautiful new building, Highway 169 South Aiken. We're joined by the CEO, Sarah Crone. Good afternoon, welcome. Thanks for having us here.
Well, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to the entire day, and we're glad that we're on KKIN Radio, R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, and your live event. And Sarah, let's go back a few steps. I'd heard from Cassie earlier, 2 years plus, maybe longer in the planning. From the CEO chair, fill us in as to how this has come to be of the new building here of Mlec Energy Cooperative.
Well, it's truly been a team effort from everybody on the staff. It has been something I could have never accomplished alone, and we have great partners that have been working with us since day one. We have been told that this project, or the possibility of a new building, has been in the works for 10 years or more. People have wanted to try to get a new facility for us. We've been growing and trying to evolve into a modern utility. And I came on board about 5.5 years ago, and it was a top priority from our strategic planning, and it took about 3.5 years, but here we are.
Talk too about the board being supportive and looking at this and looking into the future and making decisions. And some decisions sometimes can be met with challenges, but to work through that, because as you said, it takes a team, it takes a board, it takes you, it takes all employees of the co-op to do this.
Yes, absolutely. And one thing that I always assure the board is that there's no surprises. So we always go into every board meeting clear, clean, ready to do business. I also made sure that there was a unanimous vote across the board every step of the way. Wanted to make sure that the board was understanding all of the needs and the facts and the costs and the implications, and make sure that they were ready when they had questions from the membership. The building is so much needed, and we're growing. We're adding the fiber business. Our staff is increasing, and all of those things required us to do so in a modern facility. We were constrained at the old location. When MnDOT expanded Highway 169, it took even more of our land, some wetlands around there, and so we really needed every opportunity for a fresh start.
Talk about the growth of Mlec's Energy Cooperative, if you would please, Sarah.
Yeah, so we're steadily seeing about 100 to 200 new members a year, and that really was a big curve jump in the pandemic time. We saw a lot of members that were seasonal members coming up to stay at their cabins more on a permanent basis, and now with the fiber business and the ability to work from home and do remote physician visits and everything else, it just made it really convenient for our members to come here permanently. And so we've seen growth on the seasonal level, but also on the accounts that have gone from seasonal to permanent.
If you could share what excites you most about this building. It's more than just a building. I don't like to just say building, but I'm asking you, what excites you the most of this and looking forward?
Well, you said it when I sat down. You said welcome home, and it really feels like a home. We did everything we could to put some touches on this building to make every employee feel like they belonged here, and that they have a place to be, and that it's comfortable and safe for them to work in. I love the fact that even though we're a little bit out of town, there's still the amenities in the facility that can make a person comfortable when they're here. There's a beautiful view. There is